Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue with our San Jose Sharks. Heading into year 6, I want to get a big chunk of the season simulated in this video, but before we do, one more trade I want to make. That's right, I was reading your comments in the last video, some good suggestions for our team and how we should arrange it for the season. I think, for the most part, it pretty much writes itself. Because the way that I've made trades, you got your first line, your second line. I mean, Kucherov and Gallagher, you can switch around. I think I want to go Gallagher on the second line, but quite nice. But I wanted to add to this third line because this guy Tyler Johnson, I picked him up in the trade, but I'm not crazy about his stats. They're not bad. They're not bad defensively, but it's not really great physical category, and as a third or fourth liner, I really want him to have a decent physical category, unless he's like a good goal scorer or just a ridiculous defensive category. He's not a bad player. I would definitely like to use him on my team, but the thing I'm afraid about Tyler Johnson, I'll just quickly show you. If I use him for 1 year, especially use him on the third line. If I use him on the second line, it wouldn't be a problem. But if I use him on the third line and he drops, I may not be able to trade him away. And he's got a pretty sizable salary cap right now. So he's 28 years old, 82 overall, 3.85 for another 3 years, right? That's not just 2 years where it's okay, I can hold on to that for a year and then maybe trade him. It's 3 years. So you could hold on to him for 2 years, then he could drop to like a 78 overall, and you still have to almost pay $4 million. You can't trade him. So I was thinking to trade him away right now. I know we packaged him in that deal for DeCall, but I didn't really make the trade for Johnson. It was just a salary cap to make it go through for DeCall. So I want to use that trade value while it's actually still decent to get a better third liner for us. I saw some comments from people saying get a better goalie, but we're going to leave the goaltender situation the way it is. And with Merrill popping up on our team, we actually have another trading asset, either Merrill or Dylan, right? So you could package Johnson and one of these defensemen for another forward. I don't need anybody in the top 6, but I was thinking about a really good third liner who can kill penalties, who's great defensively, he's got a good body checking category, doesn't take a lot of penalties, and actually has a pretty good offensive category as well for a third liner. I already did some pre-scouting, so I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys who it was. What was it going back there for a second? I was going back. Yeah, you know what? Actually, yes. Before can I do it from the trade? No, you know what? I'll just do it from the roster moves. Trying to figure out what the best way to show you guys this is. So we know we're going to trade away Johnson, right? But now we got to figure out which defender we're going to trade away. I saw a lot of you guys saying we should bring up John Merrill to the team. I'm looking at his stats. Pretty good. Doesn't have an accurate slap shot, but we wouldn't use him on the top 4. He'd be bottom 6, so it's that's not a bad thing. I mean, he's got a powerful slap shot, not accurate. Puck skills, passing and puck controls up there. Hand-eye and deking, not so much, so that's not horrible either. Senses, he's got decent discipline. Offensive awareness is nice. Poise is only 70, but he's top 6, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like he's top 2. He's a really good skater. Body checking category is nice. It's nothing spectacular. The aggressiveness is a little bit low, but still it's good. And then the defensive category is outstanding. And he's not going to get much better. He's already 26 years old, but it doesn't need to get better. 91, 85, 91, basically. So that's a great defenseman. If you compare him to, we're going to hold on to Cody Ceci because he's got the 4.5 red star potential. All right, but Brendan Dillon, you guys were saying, and he's already got the better defensive category than Dillon. Dillon's got a little bit more of an accurate shot, but we don't use Dillon to get goals, right? Puck skills category, I mean, Dillon's got the same thing basically. I think Merrill's got the better passing and puck control. Senses, Merrill's got the better category. Skating, Dillon might be better just from balance there. Physical, that's where Dillon beats him. He's a more physical defenseman, defensive defenseman, right? But that's not the end of the world. And also, I'd like to point this out. Dillon does take a lot of penalties, 70 penalty minutes, right? If you take a look at Merrill, it's hard to tell, but the last 82-game season he had, only 12 penalty minutes. So we're actually getting a little bit more disciplined with this. But is the body checking going to hurt us? I don't know, but I actually I like that idea. So we'll go with Merrill instead of Dillon. We can trade away Dillon, and we can also trade away Johnson in search for a better third liner. So let's go best lines here for San Jose. All right, so that's the way it is, and I'm thinking if Johnson goes, we go Brodziak, Palmieri, and then boom, find somebody for the hang on, let me just switch this around, for the third line center position. All right, I don't want to put Johnson on the fourth line because then if he drops, I want to get him off the team to save the salary cap. So you make a trade for a third line left winger who's a penalty killer and who's good offensively, right, and doesn't take a lot of penalties, because then you got your penalty killers taken care of with Palmieri, Sabatka, Louis Brodziak, and then the third liner. So I already did the scouting, like I said, so I'll quickly show you guys who I'm talking about. I only scouted one player. Well, I was looking for multiple players, but I narrowed it down to one player. He's got everything that I need. All right, and the contract was a big thing as well, because I didn't want to get. I wanted to get like a guy who could play on the second line to play on the third line, but somebody who's not making second line money. Right now he's on the Washington Capitals. Kirby Reichel, 84 overall, 23 years old, $3.450 million, but it's only for 2 years, unlike Johnson's 3 years. But the thing about Reichel that I like is, even though it's 2 years, he's young and he's got 4.5 Red Star potential. I mean, 2 years at 23 years old, that's fine, right? And I can afford that. It's a little bit less. And look at those stats. His shooting category, again, not accurate, but he's got a really hard shot, so a nice third liner. Maybe he can score some goals. Puck skills category is 4.5 star. Senses, discipline's only 70. Offensive awareness, only 83. Poise is 65, but again, he's a third liner, all right? He's got a great skating category, 4 star. Physical, 4 star. But the only thing that's holding him back in the physical category is aggressiveness, 73. Since he's got the 4.5 Red Star potential, if that jumps up to like 80, that physical category will become a 4.5 star category. And then the reason why I really want to get him, the defensive category is 5 star. Defensive awareness, 88. Shot blocking, 94. Stick checking, 87. And if you look at his last full season, only 33 penalty minutes. So another disciplined player right here. All right, even though he's got that body checking category. All right, so there is a third line left winger that I want to pick up. I know I didn't get you guys to comment on Kirby Reichel in the last video. It was not something that I thought I was going to do, but if I was looking at our team, there's one spot that I want to get, and that's the third line. Obviously, the elite goalie would be nice as well, but we're going to give our goaltenders a chance. But with these two guys, yeah, all right. So Kirby Reichel, it doesn't go through. We're going to have to figure out... Hang on a sec. I'm sure they got somebody on their team here. It's preseason. Green, it's a little bit too much trade value. Here we go. Brouwer, Urbaum... 2 years. Torres. Can I get Torres? Will that? No, still won't go through. What about Brouwer? 2.5, but it's only 1 year. So, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, and then it'll go through then. Okay. Well, Troy Brouwer, how good is he? 33 years old. He's still got the 4 stars. Defensive category, it's decent. It's just the defensive awareness is at 82. You know what? This guy's a perfect depth player if we run into an injury during the playoffs. So yeah, I wouldn't mind adding him, and it's only 1 year. I have plenty of salary cap available, and we're giving up like $8 million here anyways. All right, so Johnson and Dillon for Reichel and Brouwer. Now Dillon and Reichel. Excuse me. I'm just trying to see if this trade would go through. I don't think Dillon would go through for Reichel. It's about the same. They want Dillon, but they don't want to give up Reichel. That's a little bit of trade value right there. Johnson and Dillon would definitely get Reichel. Johnson and Dillon, Reichel and Brouwer. I think that would go through. Do they have any... I wouldn't be able to get the first. I don't know. That's way too much. The second I'd be able to get. Do they have any other players, like another Merrill I kind of find? They have a few 3.5 star players here. 22, 48, 48 overall, 21. No, not really. This guy, Baptiste, not bad, but some trade value right there. I'd rather just get the second. They got the same kind of trade value. I'll go with Baptiste, actually, because the second... I don't think we'll get too much. And if this doesn't go through, I'll try the second. If that doesn't go through, I don't know. So Dillon and Johnson for Reichel, Brouwer, and Baptiste. Will it go through? No. All right, let's try the second. They didn't want to give up Baptiste. Will it go through? Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, see, it's they really don't want to give up Kirby Reichel here. So Johnson and Dillon, well, 2 players being replaced. Yeah, I'm fine with giving that trade. Will it go through? Yeah, it did. All right, so on behalf of the Washington Capitals organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. All right, so... It was a tough trade to go through. I know that there's going to be people saying, oh, man, you gave up way too much there for a third liner. But when you look at our team, I'm ready to win the Stanley Cup. Where else do we need to improve, right? I mean, the goaltender, yeah, but I want to give these guys a chance. And if we need to move them, then I can trade both of them and a prospect and a draft pick for an elite goalie. That'll be more than enough trade value. All right, but the third line, now look at that. There you go. Ben, Couture, and Kucherov, Reed Boucher, DeCall, Gallagher. All right, Kirby Reichel, Brodziak, and Palmieri. So, I mean, that's a much better third line now, and we got rid of the Tyler Johnson contract. And a natural left winger instead of a center on the left. King, Lewis, and Brouwer. Oh, they're saying actually put Brouwer in there instead of Sabatka. Interesting. I guess so, because Sabatka is a two-way. Sabatka, what did he do last year? -1 in 20 games played. -8 in the last 82 games played. Does he try to get too many points there on the fourth line because he's a two-way forward? Let me see where... Let me just go right wingers here. Let me see Troy Brouwer. How many penalty minutes did he have last year? Oh, not that many. Oh, he gets a lot if he plays some time, I guess. But he's getting fourth line time. I don't know, actually. You know what? We'll go with Troy Brouwer. I'll leave both these players up on the NHL team, and if we start to lose some games, I can switch them around. But who do you guys think is the better idea for the fourth line? I believe the only reason the computer's going best lines is because Sabatka is a natural left winger, and we have already Dwight King. So now with the natural right winger, you got a complete line down here. Should we go with Sabatka or Brouwer for the fourth line? I'll leave it with Brouwer right now, just because best lines. We'll see what happens. All right, but yeah, you guys can comment on that. Shattenkirk and Carlson, yep. Merrill and Falk. Okay, no, we're going to go with... Merrill is going to be a third liner. Yeah, I know he's got... His overall is jacked up because of the defensive awareness. We're still going to go with Falk and Honka on the second line, right? Yeah. Damn, man, I have all right-handed defensemen now. What happened to my lefties? Carlson... Oh, shit. Yeah, Carlson and Shattenkirk are both righties. Shattenkirk's righty, right? Yeah. Yeah, I got all right-handed defensemen. CC is right-handed as well, and Merrill is left-handed. Holy crap. I did not even think about that. All right, well, whatever. Shattenkirk, Carlson, Falk, and Honka. All right, CC and Merrill, yep. Power play. Jamie Benn, DeCall, new. We're going to go with basically what we have. 6v6. So DeCall and Benson, get your ass in there. Benson. Where is he? Is he a right winger? Well, did I miss him? Boucher. What am I saying Benson for? Boucher. DeCall, Gallagher. Yep. Falk, Shattenkirk, Carlson. Should I use Falk or should I use... Yeah, I'll just go with the defenseman there. That's fine. Logan and Jamie Benn, DeCall and Kucherov, or DeCall and Gallagher? Or should I go with one of the snipers here? Who's the better sniper? Reed Boucher, 5-star, 4-star, 4.5-star. And Kucherov, hang on. Kucherov. 5-star, 4.5-star, 4-star. Let's try Kucherov on the yeah, because that's what I got him for. I really want to see if this guy can, because he's got the really hard shot already. If he can just make it accurate, he'll have that really good shooting category. So DeCall and Kucherov, Ben and Couture, Carlson, Honka, Shattenkirk, Falk. Yep. Yeah, actually, they're putting Shattenkirk on the second line. Yeah, we'll go with Honka on the first line. That's fine. Penalty kill. All right, so Kirby Reichel. Yep. We're going to go with Brodziak. There you go. We're not going to use our main guys to kill penalties here. Even though Logan could do it, I want to keep him off the penalty kill. Because, yeah, he doesn't have the greatest physical category. Maybe that has something to do with penalty kill. But we'll try our depth here. I can always switch it mid-season. But I want to use our depth. Kirby Reichel, Sabatka, King... Brouwer, Palmieri, I think I should use. Palmieri. Or should I just use the dedicated grinders here like a Brouwer? Troy Brouwer, 82 overall. Hang on. Dwight King, right? Yeah, Dwight King was our... Yes. Dwight King. I went Sabatka. Oh, did I just dress Sabatka because of that now? Oh, hang on. Sabatka, scratch you. There you go, King. Yeah, I think nobody else got scratched, right? No, okay, we're good. All right, King, Lewis, Reichel, and Brodziak, Honka, Merrill. No, we're going to go with Shattenkirk and Merrill, CC, and Honka, Merrill, Shattenkirk. Yeah, I got three other. Yeah, we'll just go with Cody CC there. Three-man penalty kill, Shattenkirk, Merrill. We'll go with Logan on the three-man, and DeCall. No, we'll go with Brodziak. There you go. 4-on-4 lines, Logan and Jamie Benn, DeCall, and Gallagher, sure. And Brodziak and Kucherov, that's fine by me. Extra attackers... Logan and Jamie Benn, goalie. We're going to start with Ernest Shirelli. I have to turn off injuries as well. Okay, I got to do that as also. And the shootout lineup. They're saying Carlson first. Let's just put our forwards first here. There, Carlson can go third. DeCall and Kucherov. All right. Man, I actually spent a lot more time on that than I wanted to. Don't worry, we'll get some simulating done in this video. We'll make it a 30-minute-er if I have to. I want to get at least 1 month done. We still have some preseason stuff to do here. All right. So it looks like on our AHL team, I don't have to do anything because everybody is already being started. So that's good news. I don't have to waste my time down there. All right, so the AHL team is taken care of. All right, and the San Jose Sharks are ready to go. So you know what? Yeah, I don't want to. It would suck if I dropped all that. So hang on one second. All right. So I've actually forgot this a few times, but I want to start remembering this at the beginning of the year. I want to take a look at the best players in the NHL right now, right? So the best forwards. Let's go best forwards. Here we go. So let's see who the best overall forwards right now. Ovechkin, Crosby, Stamkos, Taves, Malkin, Sagan, Kopitar, Pat Kane, Tavares, Giroux, Voracek, Getzlav, Bergeron, Nash, Kessel, Galchenyuk. So even though we are 6 years in, it's still looking like the NHL today, you know? Galchenyuk's up there. Jamie Benn, Pacioretty, Barkov is up there now. There you go. All right, so you got some good players coming up. Let's see, defensemen. All right, the best defensemen out there right now. Shea Weber, PK Subban, Drew Doughty, Petrangelo, Suter, Keith, McDonough, Seabrook, Ekblad, Ekman-Larsson, Johnson, Bouwmeester, Bogosian, Schultz, Carlson, and Marinson. All right, damn, he jumped up a lot, 88 overall. Holy crap. All right, there you go for defensemen. Goaltenders, let's see who the best goalies are. Lundqvist. Ooh, Lundqvist trade value dropped a little bit. It's because he's 36 years old. Price, Rene, Ward, Quick, Rask, Markstrom, Moody. Remember Moody, the guy who we chose Chiarelli over Moody? Might have been a mistake, but whatever. Bernier, Mike Smith, Fleury, Crawford, Gibson, Holtby, Bobrovsky, Lehner. All right. And now, also, I want to remember to do this. This is something new. We can check just to see if there's any stud goalies, because sometimes the potential raises, right? So Ville Husso, the guy who went first overall in like year 1, he's still taking forever. All right, 23 years old, 74 overall. Just another example of a goal of draft picks taking forever in this game. First overall, and he's still only 74 overall. What a bust for Florida Panthers so far, anyways. I'm sure he'll get like a massive jump in his 25th year. Defenseman, there's only one Green Star defenseman. It's Seth Jones. All right, so still nobody drafted yet. Coming into the league, looking outstanding. And forwards, you got McDavid, McKinnon, and Jonathan Drouin still. All right, so there's not been anybody who's all of a sudden made a charge for being one of the best players or one of the best potential players. So scouting aside, I think I already did this. Yes, I did. All right, we're good to go, right? Oh, yeah, one last thing. Injuries. That would have sucked. I wanted to do this last because we have to have goalie rotations on for this. Because the start of the year, we're going to go 2-loss ratio for both goalies. Where is it? Rotate goalies off. We got to figure out if Ernest Chiarelli is... He doesn't even need to be an elite goalie. I feel like our team is good enough offensively, defensively. All right, and now... You know, it's not even just our first line offensively and defensively because we have the top 2 defensemen. Shattenkirk is right on the edge of being a top 2 defenseman. Jamie Benn and Logan Couture. But it's our depth. Our third line now looks, I'd say, a lot better. Well, the wingers. I'd say a lot better than a lot of teams' second line, you know, with an 84 and an 83 on the third line wingers. And Brodziak, he had a great playoff run in the middle. So that third line could be a defensive dynamo that can also chip in with some goals. The fourth line looks sturdy. Right? I mean, we've had it before. It looks pretty good, especially when you compare it to some computer teams that use like low 70 overall players on their fourth line, right? Our second line with our new rookies, DeCall and, well, Kucherov is not really new, but our second line, I hope it does as good as it did the last few years because we've really been banking on Joe Pavelski producing for us on that second line. He's been like a back-to-back 30-goal scorer, right? And I also saw some comments about the replacement for Joe Pavelski, DeCall. You know, a lot of you guys saying that it was a pretty bad trade because DeCall, it looks like he's got a good shot, but his shot's actually not that accurate. You know, you traded a 30-goal scorer for a 15-goal scorer or something like that. And, you know, when you say it like that, you know, you may have a point. But I didn't get him to be a 50-goal scorer. I got him to be a second-line center who can be good defensively and be a playmaker. We already have our snipers. All right, Kucherov's a sniper. I also picked up Bennett. All right, we already have our goal scorers on this team, so I just wanted a second-line center. But I still think he can get goals, man. He's also very young, so, I mean, if he still gets better and that shot gets a little bit more accurate, you never know. And, I mean, this has been a great start to the year so far, so I'm not going to say anything bad. Oh, yeah, boys. This is good. This is good. It's been a while since I've had a good year. It seems like it's been going on for the whole San Jose Sharks, except for like years 1 and 2. But the whole San Jose Sharks GM mode, it's been 50-50 start or below 500 start, and then a good run at the end to maybe make the playoffs. This is great. Finally, my moves are being justified. No, don't say anything. Just keep going. All right, just keep going. I'm not even gonna mention the player's name. Just go. Just go. Winnipeg Jets can't stop us. There you go. Just go. Just go, boys. All right. I'll talk more about what I was talking about before. Yeah, the second line with the new players looking good. Hopefully he can contribute with some playmaking ability, and that trade with the New Jersey Devils. I want to see how what's his name, Bennett. I have Boucher. Yeah, I keep on forgetting his name. Boucher and Merrill as well. Right. Also, we might be one of the most disciplined teams in the NHL. We still do have our penalty takers, like Brendan Gallagher, because he's a power forward. There you go. There's the first loss. All right, I can stop bullshitting now. I wanted to keep the routine going. Well, what a great start for the San Jose Sharks. All right, 8-1-0 to start the year. And Ernest Chiarelli, he's got all 8 of our wins. So look at that, boys. 2 shutouts in the first 5 games for Ernest Chiarelli. All right, so it might have just been a good run, but he's doing pretty good start to the year. All right, so 2-to-loss ratio. I'm not going to change that aspect of our plan, all right? It's going well so far, but let's just assume that it might have been a little bit lucky. All right? I know we have a good team, so all we need is some basic goaltending. All right? That's all we need. I know we have a good team. These shutouts are going to come. So let's see what our backup can do now. Well, not our backup, technically. Jack Campbell. He's playing for the starting job. Let's see if he can earn it. But that's nice to see. Kucherov, 5 goals. But guys, don't. I should have set expectations for our team. I'm not looking for 70-point seasons out of our first liners now. I've noticed in this game when you bolster the second and third line, it does take points away from your first liners, right? And that's fine. I just want to win games. But don't be surprised to see Logan and Jamie Benn just barely maybe getting to 70 points, just over 70 points or like 65 points, because I expect our second line to all be close to 20 goal scorers, and even our third line with Kirby Reichel now, 30 points for him as well. So if they're around 65 points and we're, top the NHL, I could care less. So let's not go crazy about individual stats for this team, all right? Because we have a deep team right now. I want to judge this team based on regular season record. And, we're starting. Oh, wait, what the hell? I forgot. Sorry. My God. Forgot about the automated goalie rotations. So, yeah, we lost 1 game right there. Lost 2 games, sorry. Jack Campbell came in. He won 1. He lost 1. All right, so I left him in for 1 too many there. It's not the end of the world. All right. So Jack Campbell went in. He played good. I played him a little bit too much there. I forgot. I got to pay attention to this. All right, so 2 losses. Yeah. Man, the automated goalie rotations, it was a nice little feature been put into the game. I know it messes up the computers a little bit, but for commentary purposes, I could just, wheel and deal and not have to worry about my team till December. Now I got to pay attention. So Ernest Chiarelli comes in. He loses the first game, but he comes back with another one. So you see our record at 12-4-2. The good start was nice because it's going to give us that little bit of a boost so that when the losing streak comes, we're not going to be in a bad spot. I don't think that we're going to have that kind of year the whole year. I expect us to lose some games. We're losing some games right now. So Ernest Chiarelli comes in. He plays 3 games. He loses 1. He loses 2. He wins 1. All right. So you're going to see stuff like that happen. But hopefully, over the course of a long season, our team is good enough that we can have a few of those winning streaks that we started off the year with. Good 5-game winning streak, 4-game winning streak, and break up those damn losing streaks. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them at all. I don't want to see that. You see? Back-to-back losses right there. We got an overtime loss, but still. But I'm not going to get too worried about it. So DeCall is leading our team with 11 goals. So there you go. Everybody who didn't believe he could score goals. He's already, I was okay with him being a 15-goal scorer. We're not even 20 games in. Oh, we are 20 games in. He's already got 11 goals. All right. I think we're fine. I need a drink. Hang on a second. Oh, there you go. All right. Win, loss. Yeah, Jack Campbell's already got 1 loss to deal with right here. So keep going here with Jack Campbell. So it looks like our second line. Man, you know what? If we're looking for something bad here, I don't want to judge the player stats, but you got to remember going back to last year, we did have Kucherov, Ben, and Logan Couture together for pretty much the whole year, and Kucherov really did not produce, right? So if we're going to go back-to-back years and he does not produce, we might have to think about making him a second liner, moving up Boucher. I know I don't want to make changes if we're winning games, but I got him to be a 40-goal scorer on that first line with Jamie Benn and Logan Couture. All right, so I don't think there's any excuses this year. Even though he's not fully ready just yet, I think he's good enough to put up a 25-goal season. Last year, he had like 8 goals after like 65 games by the trade deadline or something. That just was not good enough for the first line. So I want to see something out of him this year. Going to be 2 losses right away for Ernest Chiarelli. Yes, it is. Oof, that's not good. Ernest Chiarelli, he started off good, but now he's faltering a little bit. So we'll go... Oh, no, that was Campbell in the net. What am I talking about? All right, so that was Campbell in the net who faltered a little bit. So here we go. Come on, Ernest Chiarelli, get our team back into it now. Jack Campbell lost 2 games in a row. 6 goals against as well in 1 game. You got to come back with a win. See what I mean? The record is not looking too great anymore, is it? Yeah. This is what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a President's Trophy team. It would have been nice, but if you look back at last year, we had our ups and downs. We are missing one piece to this team still, and it's the bona fide elite goalie. Now, I don't want to make the trade for a bona fide elite goalie because it's going to cost an arm and a leg. You can't just pick up an elite goalie. There's rarely a goalie out there that a team wants to give up that is a stud when you need it, right? I'd have to give up a player that I don't want to give up. Let me go back. Let me just change out here. And also we have 2 goalies here who might become that kind of goalie, right? So still a young team. This would be the last year if they don't produce that I would hold on to Chiarelli and Jack Campbell. But again, the President's Trophy, it's not something that we're trying to win this year. We're trying to grow as a team, trying to get our younger players some ice time while trying to progress them, while also staying competitive and being a playoff team and trying to make the Stanley Cup run, right? So I want to give Chiarelli the chance to win games. This is the only way he's going to get better, is if he gets the experience during the regular season and he produces, right? So we'll go up to the end of December here. I don't want to go any farther because we're getting to the nitty-gritty part of the season. Getting up to the halfway mark. Yeah, we're 30-something, 32 games, 31 games in, something like that. So with a 40-game mark, I want to feel confident in this team. So we'll keep going here. So DeCal's already got his 14-goal season, boys. So, you can say that he's not a goal scorer. Pavelski had 30 goals, but all I need him to do is get 20 goals on the second line. He's going to get the assists. There's a nice win, 7-4. Very nice. Keep going. There you go. We've crawled out of that little bit of a rut that we were in. All it takes is a little bit of a winning streak. And if we can just limit those long losing streaks, nothing more than 2 or 3 games, we'll be fine. Because look at this. Oh, yeah. See this nice 3-game losing streak? And I was like, oh, crap. Now look what we've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've gone 6-2 since then, and the record looks good. All right, so I don't know. I don't want to say the President's Trophy is an impossibility because I do feel like we have a chance at it. It's just not something that is absolutely necessary for this year. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go back to Ernest Chiarelli. All right. And we'll stop the, we'll just stop right there. We don't have to go there because I want to start the next video with Ernest Chiarelli ready to go. All right, so we are at the end of December. Our record is 21-11-3. A great start for our team. It helped us out big time. All right, goals against average, there you go. Are we up there? So we don't have a goalie who's tearing it up. Save percentage, we are not up there. Well, excuse me, we expected that. Wins, are we up there? No, we're not. Okay, that's fine. Points, are we up there? No, we're not. All right, with Washington, that first line, Zach Boychuk, Ovechkin, and Backstrom, they're tearing it up. They're probably all on the same line. Assists, are we up there? No, we're not. Goals, are we up there? No, we're not. Ovi's already got 31 goals in like 40 games played. Jesus. There's the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference. So we are tied for first in the NHL. So, me talking about not winning the President's Trophy, it's just, I don't care about it this year. I just want to make sure that we are a playoff team. And it looks like we are, right? If we just had that, if we had Carey Price in the net right now, I might have like a 60-win season type team. Really think that. So let's just take a look at the stats here, team standings. We'll do all this stuff here. All right, third in the NHL, and we got one more game in hand. That's okay. Goals for per game, all right? So 4th in the NHL for goals for. That's a stat that better be top 5 by the end of the year because of the third line goal scoring that I wanted. The top 6, Carlson and Shattenkirk, that better stay up there. Goals against, 1st in the NHL for goals against. All right. So a great defensive team that we have out there this year. All right, I've built a great defensive team. I don't know if that's our defense, offense, goaltending maybe now, so let's give the goalies a break. Let's not jump down their throats just yet. Power play percentage. All right, our power play percentage is one of the worst power plays in the league, but is that because we draw so many penalties, right? I mean, we're 4th in the NHL for total power plays. And we're also 4th in the NHL for goals for. So let's not go crazy with the power play percentage. Penalty kill percentage, 26th in the NHL. So, that's a lot better. 5th in the NHL. All right, so that's a good. Remember my idea about keeping Logan and Jamie Benn off the penalty kill? It's weird, I know. They look like the much better choices to put on the penalty kill, but I've noticed sometimes if you just put the depth players, it works out. So Troy Brouwer out there, right, other than Vladimir Sobotka, and Dwight King on the penalty kill might be the right choice so far, anyways. Home record 12-4-1, away record 9-7-2. 9-7-2, not the greatest away record, and our last 10 6-3-1. All right. Pretty good team stats, decent. Player stats, last but not least, let's just take a look at this. This is going to be the interesting one. Again, let's not go crazy. We're not making any trades. We've already made our trades. Nothing is happening to this roster, right? We're going to finish the year with this roster. I don't see anything that we need to move. All right, so to call the guy that we were saying might not do anything for us, 32 points. I mean, that second line center in San Jose seems to be the best position. Logan Couture, only 29 points in 35 games played. But this is what I was saying about the depth, right? DeCall is almost taking points away from Logan and Jamie Benn and Kucherov now. Now, Kucherov is up there in goals. He's got 15 goals for. So he's on pace for his 30 goals. Actually 35 goals. All right? And Logan and Jamie Benn are on pace for their 20-goal seasons. So let's not go crazy. You got a 20, 20, and a 30-goal score on the first line. It's decent. All right? And they look like they're going to get around the 70-point mark, which is exactly what I wanted. So it's decent. All right? Boucher, there's 22 points, 12 goals, 20 goal scorer on the second line. That's not bad. Brodziak and Kirby Reichel. So Reichel actually does not have as many points as I thought he would. All right, but the third line is a plus 3, plus 4. It's decent. They're all gonna be on pace for like a maybe a 30-point season, which is what I wanted. All right, so it's good. And then the fourth line, Dwight King, Lewis, and Brouwer, they're -3, but it's decent for the fourth line. All right, so decent. And also, let's just check this. Penalty minutes. See what I mean about being a very disciplined team? Brouwer, he's got 21, but he's fourth line. Ben takes some penalties. Brodziak takes some penalties. King's fourth line. Brodziak's third line. Gallagher takes some penalties. But everybody else, very disciplined on this team. Very disciplined. All right, same thing with our defensemen. Very disciplined. Points, Shattenkirk, Falk, Honka, Carlson. All right, Carlson gets no points. Jesus. And goaltenders. All right, so Jack Campbell, 2.41 goals against average, 11-7-1. Chiarelli, 1.84, 10-4-0. So pretty decent so far. All right, that might just be because of the great start that he had. Save percentage of 93.79 and shutouts 3. All right, so people saying to trade away Ernest Chiarelli, this may be his breakout year where he has the good year and his stats bump up next year, right? So, I don't know. So we're going to leave it right there, boys. Let me know what you guys think. In the next video, we'll take it up to the... I think I'll just finish the season in the next video because unless something drastic happens, the trade deadline will just be another day in the year because I like our team right now. I really do. So if you guys have any suggestions for line changes, no trades. No trades are happening. Line changes, all right, let me know. But as of right now... you can look at some individual stats, blah, 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 but our team is playing quite well. Tied first in the NHL. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.